Hello everybody! Today we're going to see how I draw Zi-O from Kamen Rider. Okay, sorry, pencils first and then Sharpies. So if you don't want to watch the pencil portion of the video where I sketch the entire thing out, look in the description and you'll find a link that you can click on that will take you to the Sharpie portion of the video. I'll even include one for color. But for those of you that are going to stick around, I'm going to start off with a quick sketch for myself and get us going. Alright, Zi-O, right? Is that how you say it? I have to look these things up because I don't know. And I am not familiar. I'm just trying to give you guys all something to draw. So sometimes I draw stuff that I don't know anything about. And this is one of them. So, I am, just trying to give you something fun. But anyway, I looked it up and it looks like people were saying Zi-O, like J-E-E-O, Zi-O. That's what people are saying. So if it's not, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to do something entertaining. Alright, so I'm trying to also get him in like a cool jumping pose. I can't quite get it. Something's not right here. Something's not flowing. I think I see it. There we go. More of a tilted back. There we go. I'm just going to stick that leg down. Stick this one out. There we go. And I think that's what it was. I just had to find the right pose. Make it more of a, not a jumping, but like a an action pose, you know? There we go. That's working. That's working. Yeah. That's it. That's what I was going for. Okay, so let me just get some of these features down. And, we'll get going. And he's got some crazy things on him, so I'm going to try to get all this in. But this is a lot of detail. It's a lot of detail, but it's not. Does that make sense? Okay, sorry I went quiet there for a second. Sometimes I do when I'm concentrating. But again, he's got a lot of specific detail that I have to try to capture because it's I like him and I wanna honor the characters by doing it right, you know. That's part of the challenge, but that's the fun part. You know, that's why we're doing this. That's why we're drawing, right? Because there's some really cool details and features. Jeez, there's a lot. There's a lot of crazy things all over him. As I'm starting to add details, I'm seeing more and more. I'm like, man, he does have a lot. Okay, let's see, and hopefully I'm getting it right. Let's see, do this collar like that. Gonna be out like this. Let me try to zoom in here. And well, okay, so here's the other tricky part: is I don't have like this position in a picture. So I'm taking the details of the character and I'm trying to add them to this position. It's the same thing I do with I do with anything really, Disney, Fortnite, any of that stuff. I just take the character details from pictures and screenshots, still shots, stuff like that, and try to put them in this position. And it's tricky because I don't know the character and I don't have pictures in this position. So, you know, I apologize if it's not 100% accurate, but I'm trying. I'm trying. But also, like I said, this is very tricky with the amount of details, but that's what I like. I really like all the details. It's really fun looking. Okay, that looks pretty good. Let's see. Add this hand in over here. Luckily, the little toy things on his wrist I'm going to have underneath on this side, so I don't have to worry too much about whether I'm getting those right or not. Let's see, I have the hand in more of an underhand position. That. So let me just draw these fingers in real fast. Like that. Okay, and let's see, so now I gotta draw the face. Okay, this didn't take too long. I was afraid it was gonna take way longer with all these details, but this is not too bad. Because I know this is mostly for myself. Probably no one is even watching this portion, but I try not to take too long. Okay. I think we're about there. Yeah, I say we switch over. Yeah, let's do it. Let's switch over to Sharpies and start working on that detail. I'm going to erase some of these sketch lines, and what I want left is the confidence lines, and that's what we're going to draw. So I'm just going to lightly erase real fast and leave myself a faint ghost of an image draw with, and then I'm going to welcome everybody that skipped to the Sharpie portion. There we go. Looks good. Just enough that I can still see the sketch. Alright, there we go. That's going to work for me. So, let's welcome everybody that jumped. Or skipped. Welcome, skippers. Welcome to the Sharpie portion of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe because I do a drawing every day. You can join along and have some fun. I'm going to be using a Sharpie fine point and a Sharpie pen. Mostly the fine point, but the pen's a little finer than the fine point. You can find the things that the fine point can't quite find. So, I've sketched the entire thing out, and I've erased the lighter, faint part of the sketch, and what's left is a ghost of an image that I can build off of. So, I'm going to try to play around with the big Sharpie. Normally I use the small Sharpie pen for the details of the face and things like that, but since there's no face, I'm going to try to work with this only and then come back for tiny details with this. So I'm going to work on the, you know what? I'm going to start differently. Normally I start with the face and the eyes, but his hand is in front and everything else is back behind, so I'm going to build on that first. So I'm just going to go straight into the little toy thing and just start building like this, right? There's one. There's the other. Like that. Okay? And it's over his arm, like this. And now I can build off of that, so I know where everything is going to go. So his wrist is right about here. It's going to come in like this. And I can build his hand like that. And his thumb is here like this. And got his finger sticking out with his power finger like that, and his other knuckles are going to go across like this, and we'll just tuck it in like that. Now I'm going to add just a little bit of detail with this Sharpie, just because it's thinner, and this is where this Sharpie is going to help us, because I can add some thinner details. That. If you're working with pencil, you know, that'll work for you too. But this is going to accent the shapes to the hand like that. All right, there we go. Let's go ahead and connect this right here. I'll do that, connect that where it's not connected. I don't think I'm going to add any more to that. I'm going to leave it like it is and build off of that. So I can draw the rest of his arm down to his weirdo elbow. And I say weirdo just because I don't understand it. And I'm drawing all these silly shapes and things of things I don't understand. But that's okay. That doesn't make it weird. That just makes it strange and foreign to me, which is also creative and cool. I kind of like that, you know? So one of the things I was talking about during the sketch is that I don't know this. I don't know this character at all. I'm looking up different things for you guys to draw. And so I apologize if it's not 100% accurate, but I'm trying to get there. I'm trying to do something different for you. So, you know, bear with me if I'm not even pronouncing it right. Is it Zi-O? Zi-O? It's a Z or Z, Z-I-O. So it looks like Zi-O, but I see that it's pronounced Zi-O, but I'm looking things up, so I don't know. Anyway, let's go back to what we were doing. I'm going to draw the rest of his arm back, and then I can draw his body. So see, I wanted to draw that first, so we know what's in front and not draw through it, and we only have to draw certain parts now. So I'm going to draw his arm coming in like this, and I assume it's just a regular old arm like that with some creases and folds. The thing is, what I was talking about in the sketch is I don't have him in this position. I just have details that I'm trying to get right from pictures. Okay, so I'm going to draw his shoulder pad like this, and let's see, it's coming down here on this side, and I'll add just a little bit of extra detail because it is like metal, you know. And I want it. Let's see if I can clean some of this up too. I want it to look more than like this material, you know. There we go. All right. So now I'm going to draw. You can see a little bit of his collar. It's going to come through like this. It's going to come up. Back around like that and come down. And I'll go ahead and add a little bit of edges. It's gonna come down, something like that, just to give it a hard edge. And that's what I was talking about over here. Is I want it to look mech. You know, I want it to look like it's got hard edges. Okay, so that's all we can see there. So now I'm gonna go ahead and draw his face. So I'm gonna draw his little like clock. Is he a watch? Is that what he is? Is he a watch? Wow, I'm just now figuring this out. Okay, so I'm going to draw his little clock face like this, and draw the eye angled timepiece things. Hands, I guess is what they are. Draw the hands on his face like that. Come out to a point, and like that. Do this one over here. That. Now add just a little bit of detail just to accent certain parts, you know? I'm not going to add all the detail, but what we can. Okay, so now that I have that, I can build off his face. So I'm going to draw his chin like that because I know it's down underneath, and I can come right back up for the sides of his face like that, and go ahead and draw the rest of it coming around. Well, actually, let's draw this in. Then I can draw what I was doing there and coming around like this. Like that, okay? And I see he does kind of have like this weird little second hand, I guess, is that what that is? Yeah. Alright, so let's go ahead and add just a little bit of detail here because we can. Not go crazy. We're not going to draw all that. Color is going to take care of the eye looking parts, you know? Okay, so I'm going to draw the bottom of his face. I'm going to bring it back around to his little timepiece ear here. Now that makes sense. When I was sketching it too, I was like, why is it only on one side of his face over here? But because that's the winder. That's what that is. Alright. This is pretty cool now that I see what it is. Excuse my ignorance, but I didn't know. and it's really cool now that I know exactly what it is. So I'm going to add just a little bit extra over here for another layer like that, but because it's different, I added with a small Sharpie to accent it. Okay. So let's see. So that's going to come right around. I'm going to do that and close it in like that. Cool. Wow, I like this guy. This is turning out to be one of my favorites now. Okay, so this makes sense now. This piece down the middle, which is the watch band, right? I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I've sketched it in so I can kind of follow the detail of it. So at first I'm going to do the middle pieces like this, and see, that one I'm going to close off so I can connect them like this. That just kind of accenting that it's you know, connected pieces, the watch band. And now I can draw the rest of his chest armor. So I'm going to come up here like this, draw this one out here like this, and draw like that. Okay, so now let's do this little shoulder piece over here, like that. And there's other levels to it, so I'll accent a little bit of it like this, but not everything, like I was talking about. We're not going to do every single accent. We're just going to play around with a few of them just to give it some detail. All right. Okay, so I say we continue down to his belt, and then we'll finish up this arm over here. But since we're on a roll with this timepiece here, we're going to go ahead and continue it. Now, I remember I sketched this out, so it's not just, I'm not just throwing pieces out here. I knew what I'm going to do, so that's why I'm floating things before I start drawing. Like I said, I had an idea. I knew where I was going to go. I planned this out, is what I'm trying to say. All right, so continue that piece down like that. This and that will let us do his waist. And so I kind of have him angled out like that, kind of a very dramatic dynamic pose, basically, is what I'm trying to say. There we go. And to do that too, I'm gonna go away, pencil. I'm going to accent that there's some bends and folds in his material here, because this is cloth. These other parts are hard edges, but that was cloth, so I just kind of wanted to accent that's what that is. Okay. All right, so now before we do that, let's go ahead and work on this arm, and I just basically have it just sticking out like that. He's in a strong dynamic pose. So I'm just going to draw some cloth down here like this, all bent up and scrunched because it's material that can bend. Here's his elbow, and these pieces are on the underside of his arm because I have him basically like this, so we don't have to draw a lot of detail like that. So I'm just going to draw the bands like this going around. Again, I've already planned this, so that's why I can just draw him floating like that. And then I can draw his cloth. Like that. But we do have to draw them, so I'm going to go ahead and draw this. Like that. And again, I want to draw a little bit of accent, a little bit of cloth folds and bends, just because we can. Okay? Alright, so for this hand, I've got it just basically like this. So I'm going to draw the back of his hand to his fingers, like that. And then draw the first pinky, all bent in like this. And its fingers down like this. The thumb is over all of them. Basically like this. Alright, pretty simple. But I wanted to, draw a few of the little accents. This. That I can figure out, because that's what I was saying. Remember with that part, that I don't know anything about this character. So I'm just kind of playing around with what I can for accents. add the back part just to accent that, which goes around and wraps, and I think it kind of goes in like this. Like that. Okay. There we go. Alright, so now we're going to draw this big old crazy belt. Let's see what we can do here. Alright, so I'm just going to kind of draw the outline and then come back in with some detail in a second. So I'm just going to kind of do something like this. That almost looks like teeth, right? There we go. Again, don't know what I'm drawing, but I'm drawing it. I'm drawing it. Gonna make this look like the picture I'm looking at. You like that song? Awesome. Okay, and again, playing around with what I think it is. Okay. Again, if you know what this is, more power to you. I'm so glad. I don't. Okay, so let's add just a little bit of detail here. Again, hopefully this is right because I'm just drawing what I'm seeing. Drawing what I'm seeing. Don't really know what it is. Alright, I'm going to connect a few things here. Looks good to me. I will say this, I really like it though. I like this character. These are some fun details. Okay, so I'm going to draw the last part of his watch here. We're just going to draw one last little clinker, one last little link, like that, okay? And so now I'm going to draw his legs. And so I've got this one kind of out, like this. This one's coming in like this, and that's where his knee's going to be. So I'm going to draw that little circular knee thing that he's got. Again, sorry if I don't know what it is. It's just the circular knee thing. That's what I'm going to call it. Alright, and there's where it connects right there. We're going to connect that one there. And I'll add some detail in a second. We're just going to go ahead and extend this leg out. So I'm going to draw the rest of it down like this to the ankle thing that he's got. Which we'll go ahead and just draw that in. Again, add detail in a second. And draw his foot kind of pointed down because he's jumping through the air. Like this. Now, I want to add a little extra detail. So his pants are creased from where it's stretched out. So we'll just do something like this. Again, I just like to show that this is material and these are folds that are caused by stressed material. Okay, same thing here. We're going to just draw a little small edge just to accent that. Okay, that material, yes, we'll go ahead and just draw something like this just to accent it. So let's do this leg here, and this one's just kind of tucked in because he's kind of jumping through the air. And also, this leg helps define the whole shape, so he's kind of flowing back like this, and that helps the jumping shape to it. So boom, look at that. So this angle and that angle makes it a dynamic pose, a dynamic jump. Okay, so there's this this leg coming in like this. So we're going to draw this here, but more of a side angle. So it's going to be something like this. Again, don't know what it is, just drawing it. Okay, so I can draw the connectors, something like this. And that'll just kind of show us that it's all bent in, okay? So that means his leg is kind of bent back, so I'm just going to tuck it back in like this. It's going to go there. That little, like what do you call it? Brace thing, something like this. Again, I got to draw it at a different angle, so I can put his foot in like this. That. And then draw some details just to flesh it out a little bit. Okay, so again, I'm gonna draw some stress lines for the crotch there. A little few lines for the material being bent right there. Very dramatically bent. And I'm going to draw that edge there just to accent that. Something like that. Connect this. Okay. Oh, you know what? I see this right there. Just to make sure we have a connection. Another one right there that wasn't quite connected. And add a little bit of stress accent there. So there you go. So now let's take care of the rest with color. So that is Kamen Rider Zi-O.
So here is my colored version. You could do it however you like. I just thought I'd show you how I decided to color it. If you'd like to color it like this, you can always pause the video here and use the coloring techniques that I used, or you can just make it your own. Remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures of how I draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button to be updated about each new video.